Hello, and welcome to the Slumber Vault. I'm glad you have found your way here tonight. Take a moment to thank yourself for arriving at this quiet stillness. The day is done. The tasks are finished. The noise of the world has faded into the distance. Tonight, we are going to take a journey, not far and yet entirely away. A journey back to a place of perfect safety. But before we begin, let's find a comfortable position. Adjust your pillows, let your shoulders drop away from your ears, unclench your jaw. Let's take a deep breath together, the kind of breath that mimics the falling rain. Inhale deeply through your nose, imagining the cool, fresh scent of a storm just beginning, filling your lungs with clarity. And now, exhale slowly through your mouth, letting all the tension run off you like rainwater running down a window pane, just watching it flow away. You are safe here. You are warm, and you are ready to go home. Our story begins on a street corner in the city. But this is not the city of loud noises or rushing crowds. It is the city deep in the slumber of 3 a.m. The streets are empty, paved in obsidian and slick with rain. You are standing under the shelter of a wide awning, listening to the rhythm of the night. It is raining. A steady, gentle percussion against the fabric of your umbrella and against the concrete world around you. Tap, tap, tap. Shh. The sound is a curtain separating you from everything else. It wraps around you in a sphere of privacy. The air is cool and damp, carrying the scent of wet pavement, that clean mineral smell of stone drinking in the water. It smells of mist and distant ozone. You breathe it in, and the cool air feels refreshing against your cheeks. It wakes up your senses, just enough to appreciate the beauty of this moment. Look at the street before you. The streetlights are glowing orbs of hazy amber, their reflections stretched out long and wavy on the wet black road. They look like rivers of liquid gold, rippling every time a raindrop disturbs the puddle. Red neon from a distant sign reflects in the gutter, mixing with the gold, painting the darkness in soft, watery jewels. You are waiting, but you are not impatient. There is a profound peace in waiting when you know with absolute certainty that what you are waiting for is coming. You are waiting for the last bus. Not the commuter bus, not the noisy shuttle, but the quiet one, the one that only comes when the city has truly gone to sleep. And then you see it. Down the long, straight avenue, through the silver veil of the falling rain, two soft, glowing lights appear. They are not blinding or harsh. They are warm, like two large lanterns drifting through the mist. You watch them approach, slow, steady, unhurried. The vehicle moves with a heavy, comforting grace. It doesn't rattle, it glides. As it draws closer, you can see the rain washing over its curved metallic roof. The bus is a deep, midnight blue, so dark it almost blends into the night sky, visible only by the way it blocks out the stars. It slows down as it reaches your corner. You hear the sound of the tires on the wet street, a continuous, wet, hissing sound, like silk being pulled over polished stone. Hiss. And then the gentle squeak of the brakes as the great beast comes to a halt directly in front of you. For a moment, it just sits there, a massive, warm presence in the cool night. The engine is idling, a low, rhythmic thrum that you can feel in the soles of your shoes. Thrum, 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 thrum. It is a heartbeat, a slow, mechanical lullaby. Then, with a sigh of pneumatic air, psh, the accordion doors fold open. A rectangle of warm, golden light spills out onto the wet sidewalk, inviting you in. You close your umbrella, you shake off the few drops of water, and you step up. 1 step, 2 steps. The transition is instant. You leave the cool, damp, misty world of the street and enter the dry, enveloping warmth of the bus. The air inside is still and cozy. It smells wonderful. It smells of old, well-cared-for leather. It smells of faint lavender oil, perhaps from a sachet hanging near the dashboard. And underneath it all, the comforting, dusty scent of a heater that has been working faithfully for years. You look toward the driver. He sits in a high, cushioned seat, his hands resting lightly on the large, circular steering wheel. He is a silhouette against the windshield, bathed in the soft green glow of the dashboard dials. He wears a peaked cap, the brim pulled low, casting a shadow over his eyes. But you do not need to see his eyes to know they are kind. He is the guardian of the route. He does not ask for a ticket. He does not ask for a fare. He simply turns his head slightly toward you and nods. A single, slow nod. It is a gesture of recognition. He has been expecting you. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. You return the nod, feeling a wave of gratitude wash over you. You are in good hands. You turn to look down the aisle. The bus is empty. You are the sole passenger tonight. The aisle stretches out, lined with high-backed seats upholstered in a deep crush velvet. The fabric is a rich burgundy color, worn smooth in places, inviting and soft. The overhead lights are dimmed to a low honey-colored glow, casting long, gentle shadows. You walk down the aisle. Your footsteps are silent on the rubber matting. You choose a seat near the back, a window seat. You slide in. The velvet cushion is thick and yielding. It embraces you, sinking just enough to support your back, your legs, your weary muscles. It feels less like a bus seat and more like a favorite armchair by a fireplace. You settle in. You unbutton your coat. You place your bag on the floor. You look out the window.
Through the glass, the rain is still falling, blurring the world outside into abstract shapes of gray and gold. But the rain cannot touch you now. You are sealed inside this capsule of warmth. You lean your head back against the headrest. The vibration of the idling engine travels through the frame of the bus and into your body. It is a constant, steady purr. It resonates in your chest, loosening a knot of tension you didn't even know you are holding. It travels down your spine, softening the muscles of your lower back. It hums in your legs, letting your feet feel heavy and relaxed. You are safe. The doors hiss closed, sealing out the night. Clunk, hiss. The driver shifts the gear. The engine's pitch changes slightly, deepening, ready for the journey. You are no longer waiting. You are no longer wandering. You are a passenger. And for the next while, you have no responsibilities. You have no decisions to make. Your only task is to sit, to watch, and to let this vessel carry you home. The bus begins to move. Forward, slow, smooth. Leaving the corner behind, leaving the city behind, drifting into the gentle mystery of the night.
The bus is moving now. It glides over the wet asphalt with a seamless, heavy momentum. You feel the gentle push of gravity against your back, a soft hand pressing you deeper into the velvet seat as the vehicle gathers speed. We are not going fast. We are simply flowing. Like a large boat pushing off from the dock, drifting into the center of a wide, dark river. Listen to the sound of the world outside. The tires hum a steady, low note against the road. Hum, hum. It is a white noise, or perhaps a brown noise, deep, consistent, and utterly masking the silence of your own thoughts. And then there is the rhythm of the wipers on the massive front windshield. You can see them from where you sit, two black arms sweeping back and forth, clearing the view over and over again. Swish, click, swish, click. Swish, click, swish, click. It is a metronome for the night. With every sweep to the left, you let go of a thought from the past day. With every sweep to the right, you clear a space for rest. Swish, let go. Swish, clear the way. The city outside the window begins to change. The sharp, defined edges of the buildings are softening. The grid of the streets is falling away. We are moving past the shops with their lights turned off, past the empty parks where the trees sway silently in the wind.
The raindrops on your window pane are not staying still. They streak horizontally across the glass, tiny rivers of light running backward, chasing the place we have just come from. You watch one droplet, just one. It lands near the front of the pane. It trembles for a moment, catching the light of a street lamp. It looks like a tiny diamond. Then the wind catches it. It begins to travel. Slowly at first, then faster, wiggling a path across the glass until it merges with another droplet, and they disappear together into the dark. It is mesmerizing to watch. It requires no effort. Your eyes are soft, unfocused. The bus turns gently. You feel the sway in your body,
a gentle rocking motion, left and upright again. We are leaving the city limits now. The streetlights are becoming fewer. The darkness between them is growing longer. Light and shadow, light and shadow. The cabin of the bus grows dimmer, warmer, more intimate. And ahead, the road begins to dip. We are approaching the tunnel. The entrance to the tunnel is a wide, concrete archway glowing faintly orange in the mist. As the bus glides beneath the archway, the sound of the world changes instantly. The wet hiss of the rain vanishes. It is replaced by a hollow, rushing wind, a soft whoosh of air as the bus enters the enclosed space. The engine sound bounces off the tiled walls, returning to you as a deeper, richer vibration.
You are inside the mountain now. You are inside the cocoon. The tunnel is lined with thousands of ceramic tiles, smooth and pale. Overhead, the tunnel lights pass by in a perfect, hypnotic rhythm. They are not harsh lights. They are sodium vapor lamps, casting a sleepy, sepia-toned glow. You find yourself watching them pass above the ceiling of the bus. Flash, flash, flash. It is impossible to tell how fast we are going. In the tunnel, time seems to stand still. There is no scenery to distract you, no landmarks to count, only the tunnel, only the forward motion. You feel a sense of suspension. It is as if the bus is hovering in a void of safety. The city behind you has dissolved. The destination is not yet here. You are simply being. Long pause. This darkness is not empty. It is heavy and comfortable, like a weighted blanket. You feel the atmosphere inside the bus change. The air pressure shifts slightly as we go deeper. Your ears pop gently, and with that release, the silence becomes even deeper. You look at the back of the driver's head. He has not moved. He steers with a calm, effortless precision. He knows this tunnel. He knows every curve, every shadow. You realize with a deep sense of relief that you don't need to know where you are going. The driver knows. You can relinquish control. You can unclench your hands from your lap. Let your fingers curl naturally, soft and loose. Let your legs splay out slightly, feet resting heavy on the floor. Let your eyelids grow heavy. The rhythm of the tunnel lights continues. 1, 2, 3. It feels as though this tunnel could go on forever. And if it did, that would be all right. Because in here there are no demands. There is only the hum of the engine, the warmth of the heater, and the gentle rocking of the seat. It is a cradle of motion. You notice the reflection of your own face in the darkened window. You look peaceful, The lines of worry have smoothed out from your forehead. Your mouth is relaxed. You look like a traveler who has left everything heavy at the station. You are traveling light, carrying nothing but the clothes on your back and the peace in your heart. The bus begins a slow, wide curve to the right. You lean into the velvet cushion. The sensation is so subtle, so gentle. The lights overhead seem to slow down. Flash, flash. The hum of the engine drops an octave, a lower, softer purr. We are deep in the transition now, somewhere between the waking world and the dreaming world. You feel a drowsiness spreading through your limbs, a warm, heavy honey moving through your veins. Your breathing has slowed down to match the rhythm of the bus. In for the light, out for the shadow. In, out. The tunnel walls seem to be getting darker, the lights further apart. The world is narrowing down to this single, safe point of existence. You are safe in the seat, you are safe in the dark. And gently, very gently, you begin to sense a change in the air, a freshness. Even through the sealed windows, you can sense it. The air is becoming lighter, crisper. The heavy, humid pressure of the city rain is gone. The tunnel is beginning to rise. We are climbing now, up from the depths, up towards something new. You see a subtle change in the light ahead. The endless amber of the tunnel lamps is fading. Far, far ahead, at the very end of the long, tiled tube, there is a different color. A pale, cool silver. It is not the harsh glare of daylight. It is softer, dreamier. The bus moves towards it, steady, unhurried. You watch the silver light grow larger. It is a circle of brilliance at the end of the dark. Your heart remains calm. You are just curious, a sleepy, gentle curiosity. Where has this vessel taken you? The amber lights stop. The tunnel walls widen. The sound of the rushing wind fades away. And the bus glides forward, out of the earth and into the silver light. The bus glides out of the tunnel, and the world opens up. It is an expansion so sudden and so beautiful that it takes your breath away gently. The darkness of the underground is gone. The rain of the city is gone. In their place, there is only silver. Hanging low in the sky, directly ahead of you, is the largest full moon you have ever seen. It is a massive, luminous pearl, glowing with a soft, cratered texture that looks close enough to touch. Its light is not cold. It is a warm, milky white that bathes the entire landscape in a surreal, peaceful clarity. And beneath the moon, stretching out to the very edge of the universe, is the ocean. The bus is driving along a high coastal road now. To your left, the cliffs rise up, covered in soft, sleeping heather. To your right, the drop-off reveals the vast, breathing body of the sea. The water is dark, like obsidian ink, but the surface is alive with the reflection of the moon. Millions of diamonds dance on the waves. A glittering path of light stretches from the horizon all the way to the shore below. You press your forehead against the cool glass of the window. You know this place. A memory long buried under the dust of adulthood begins to glow in your chest.
This is the coast of your childhood dreams. This is the place where the air is always clean and the time is always now. The bus begins to descend.
The engine shifts to a lower gear, a gentle rumbling hum that acts as a brake. Hum, hum, hum. We are winding our way down the cliffside road. The curves are slow and sweeping. With every turn, the view changes slightly, revealing more of the cove below. And there it is. Nestled in the crook of the bay, protected by the arms of the cliffs, is the town. It is a tiny cluster of cottages huddled together for warmth. Their roofs are thatched and uneven, looking like soft mushrooms in the moonlight. Their walls are whitewashed stone, glowing pale blue in the night. There are no streetlights here, only the moon and the stars. The sky above is not the hazy purple of the city. It is a deep, velvety jet black, dusted with an infinite number of stars. They are so clear, so bright. You can see the cloudy belt of the Milky Way arcing over the town like a bridge of stardust. The bus continues its descent. You see the lighthouse standing on the headland, a tall, silent sentinel. Its beam is a long finger of light, sweeping slowly across the water. Sweep. Darkness. Sweep. Darkness. It is a rhythmic pulse, a heartbeat of light. It tells the ships, and it tells you that you are safe, that someone is watching. The bus reaches the bottom of the hill. The road flattens out. The tires change their sound as we move from asphalt to ancient cobblestones. Rumble, rumble, rumble. The vibration is gentle, a soothing massage. We pass the sleeping harbor. Tiny fishing boats bob gently on the water, their masts swaying in unison with the tide. Creak, splash. Creak, splash. The town is asleep. There is not a soul in sight. Just the quiet, enduring presence of the buildings that have stood here for 100 years. The bus slows down. It is approaching a small wooden shelter near the edge of the beach, the last stop. The brakes sigh, the motion stops, the engine settles into a quiet idle one last time. The driver turns his head. He doesn't speak, he just smiles, a warm, genuine smile that crinkles the corners of his eyes. He looks at you in the rearview mirror. You are home. You stand up. Your body feels heavy, loose, and deeply relaxed. The tension of the journey has completely evaporated. You walk down the aisle. The velvet seats seem to bid you farewell. You reach the front. You place a hand on the railing. The pneumatic doors hiss open. Pshh. And immediately the air rushes in. Oh, the air! It is the smell of pure memories. It smells of cold salt spray, of damp sand, of seaweed drying on the rocks, and a faint hint of wood smoke from a dying chimney fire. It is cool, crisp, and infinitely refreshing. You step down.
1 step, 2 steps. Your feet touch the ground, the solid, unmoving earth.
You are standing on the cobblestones. Behind you, the doors of the bus hiss closed. Clunk, hiss. You turn to watch. The bus does not turn around. It simply dissolves into the mist, or perhaps it drives on into the moonlight. Its job is done. You are alone, but you are not lonely. You are filled with a sense of solitude that is rich and restorative. You look around. The silence here is different from the tunnel. It is a living silence. It is filled with the sound of the ocean. The waves are rolling onto the shore just a few yards away. Crash, hiss. Crash, hiss. It is the breath of the planet, slow, deep, rhythmic. You begin to walk. You know exactly where you are going. Your feet remember the way. You walk past the bakery with its dark windows. You walk past the old bookshop. You turn down a narrow lane lined with hollyhocks that look like gray trumpets in the dark. The ground is uneven beneath your feet, grounding you in reality. Up ahead, at the end of the lane, is a small cottage. It sits slightly apart from the others, facing the sea. A small lantern hangs by the door, casting a golden circle of light on the wood. It is lit. Someone left it on for you. Or perhaps you left it on for yourself a lifetime ago. You walk up the garden path. The stones are smooth. The garden smells of night-blooming jasmine and damp earth. You reach the door. It is thick oak, sturdy and weathered by the salt air. You reach out and touch the iron handle. It is cool and heavy in your hand. There is no need for a key. The door is unlocked. It has been waiting for you. You press the latch down. Click. The door swings open inward, silent on its well-oiled hinges. Warmth spills out to meet you. You step over the threshold. You step out of the cool, mysterious night and into the sanctuary of home. You close the door behind you. The sound of the latch clicking into place is the final period at the end of a long sentence. You are safe. You are here. You have arrived.
Inside the cottage, the air is still and golden. A small fire is dying down in the stone hearth, just a bed of soft, glowing orange embers pulsing gently in the dark. Pulse, pulse, pulse. The light casts long, comforting shadows that dance slowly across the walls. The room smells of cedar wood and beeswax candles. It smells of peace. You take off your coat. You take off your shoes. With every item you remove, you feel lighter. You are shedding the layers of the traveler. You are shedding the identity of the person who had to be somewhere, do something, be someone. Here, you are just spirit and breath. You move slowly toward the bedroom. The floorboards creak softly, a familiar, welcoming sound. The bedroom is cool and airy. A large window is cracked open just an inch, allowing the song of the ocean to drift in. Shh. In the center of the room is the bed, a haven of white linens and a heavy hand-stitched patchwork quilt. You pull back the covers.
The sheets are cool to the touch, crisp and clean. You climb in. Your body sinks into the mattress. It supports you completely. You pull the heavy quilt up over your shoulders. The weight of it settles over you like a protective shield. You wiggle your toes, finding the warm spots. You let your head sink deep into the pillow. Your eyes close.
And now, there is nothing left to see. There is only the sound of the tides outside your window. Listen to them. The water is rising and falling. The earth is breathing. Let your own breath match the ocean. Inhale slowly, imagining the wave rolling up the sand, washing over the shore. In. And exhale, imagining the water receding, sliding back into the deep blue. Out. Breathing in the cool silver moonlight, breathing out the last of the day's fatigue. The bus is gone. The road is gone. The city is 1,000,000 miles away. You are safe in the cottage at the edge of the world. You feel a heavy warmth spreading through your legs, your hips, your stomach, spreading up through your chest, your shoulders, down your arms. Your hands are soft and open. Your jaw is loose. Your forehead is smooth. You are drifting. Drifting on the gentle currents of sleep. Floating. Sinking deeper and deeper into the velvet dark. The lighthouse beam sweeps one last time across your mind's eye. A flash of safety, and then quiet. You are home. Rest now. Sleep now. Good night.